You did the responsible thing. You didn't blow your money. You saved it. You've got a nice pile of cash sitting safely in the bank where nothing bad can happen to it. You check the balance and it feels good. Solid. Safe. I've got some bad news. That money is quietly dying. Right now. And the worst part is, you can't even see it happening because your savings are a block of ice, and the room is warm. Let me show you what I mean. Picture a big, solid block of ice sitting on your kitchen counter. That block is your savings. It looks strong. It looks permanent. You worked hard to freeze that much water, and there it sits. But the room it's sitting in is warm, and that warmth has a name. It's called inflation. You can't see the warmth. You can't hear it. But it is always there every single day, gently melting the edges of your block. You walk past it. The number on the bank statement still says the same thing, so you think everything's fine. The block looks about the same size. But come back in a year. It's a little smaller. Come back in 10 years, and a huge chunk of it has just dripped away into a puddle on the floor. Gone. And you never saw a single drop fall. That is what inflation does to cash. And almost nobody feels it until it's already happened. So let's actually talk about what inflation is, in plain language. Every year, prices go up, a little bit quietly. The groceries that cost $100 last year cost $103 this year. The same, and yet a bit more. On average, over time, prices tend to climb somewhere around 3% a year. Sometimes less, sometimes a lot more. Now here's the flip side that nobody points out. If prices go up 3%, that is the exact same thing as saying your money buys 3% less. Your $100 bill didn't shrink. It still says $100 right there on the front. But what it can actually buy got smaller. And that is the whole trick. That is why this is so sneaky. The number never goes down. Your bank balance doesn't drop. So your brain says, I still have all my money, I'm safe. Meanwhile, the thing that actually matters, what that money can buy, is melting away in the background where you can't see it. The number stays frozen. The value melts. And this, right here, is why cash feels safe but often isn't. Think about the lily pad video if you saw it. Money you invest quietly doubles in the background, doing nothing for years and then exploding. Cash sitting in a bank is the exact opposite. It quietly melts in the background, doing nothing, looking fine, and slowly shrinking the whole time. Let me put a number on it because it's worse than people think. At around 3% inflation, your money loses about half of its buying power in roughly 24 years. Half. So that pile of savings you're so proud of today, if it just sits there as cash, in about 2 decades it will buy you half of the life it buys you right now. You didn't spend any of it. You didn't lose it in the stock market. You were careful. And it still got cut in half silently by a warm room you couldn't even feel. Sitting still with your money is not standing still. It is slowly sliding backwards. Now I can already hear it. But my savings account pays interest. Okay, let's check. A lot of regular savings accounts pay you almost nothing, like 0.5%. If your account pays 0.5% and the room is melting your ice at 3%, then you are still melting. Just at 2.5% instead of 3%. It's like having a tiny little ice machine that refreezes one small sliver of the block, while the warm room melts all the rest. You're losing slower, but you are still absolutely losing. Now, high-yield savings accounts are better, and you should absolutely use one for the cash you need to keep as cash. But understand what it is. It's not a way to grow your money. It's just a way to melt a little more slowly. It slows the drip. It does not stop it. So, real quick, if this is the first time inflation has ever actually made sense to you, do me a fast favor and hit that like button. It genuinely helps this little paper channel reach more people. And hit subscribe if you want money explained in a way that finally sticks. Alright, so what do you actually do about the warm room? Here's the thing you have to accept first. You cannot turn off the warmth. Inflation is just always there. There is no room in the world that isn't warm. So the goal was never to find a magically cold room. The goal is to stop leaving all your ice sitting out in the heat. 2 moves. Move 1. Keep only what you actually need as cash. Your emergency fund, your pothole fund, the money for bills and for things coming up soon. That money should stay as cash in a high-yield savings account. And yes, it will melt a tiny bit. That melting is just the price you pay for it being safe and instantly available when you need it. That's a fair trade. Keep that block small and use it. Move 2. Every single dollar beyond that, you get out of the warm room. You move it into things that grow faster than the room melts. Investments, index funds, assets that over time climb faster than 3%. You're not trying to escape the heat. You're putting your water somewhere it freezes faster than it melts. That is the entire game. A little cash you keep close and accept will melt. Everything else, working hard enough to outrun the warmth. Because here is the real reframe. The goal was never to hoard the single biggest block of ice you could. A giant block of ice in a warm room is not wealth. It's just a bigger puddle waiting to happen. Real wealth is owning things that grow faster than inflation eats. Cash is for spending soon. Assets are for keeping. Money that just sits, melts. Money that works, grows. Those are the only 2 things money can do, and doing nothing is not one of them. Doing nothing is melting. So here's what I want you to actually go do. Go look at your safe pile of cash. Really look at it. If it's more than a few months of your expenses, then part of that money isn't being safe. It's just sitting in the warm room, dripping away for no reason, while you feel responsible for having saved it. Keep what you need close, and then give the rest a job before the room takes it, because you worked too hard to freeze that water just to stand there and watch it melt. If this one helped it click, hit like, tap subscribe, and drop me a comment telling me if you've got a block of ice sitting in a warm room right now. I read every single one. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a stick man. But the stick man's right. See you on the next one.